if you've never been here before, welcome, first timers. This is probably going to be unlike anything you've seen before, because this has, on purpose, a lack of polish to it. This call is designed to be us working together in the nitty gritty. So there's no slide presentations, there's no PowerPoints. It's just us working with our clients inside the loan officer CRM, building out workflows and campaigns and stuff to actually generate results. So it's designed to break. It's designed to see me go through, oh, hey, the button moved, or that doesn't work like that, or hey, that's changed. And the whole idea behind it is so that you can see me, the software provider working in it, seeing that, hey, it's not perfect. It's even difficult for Chris, but we work through things breaking, things not working, and we ultimately get a campaign launched. And the big idea is you get to see a client every week, or a campaign every week that goes all the way from the start to the finish. It gets built, it gets launched, so that you can see, hey, yes, this stuff is hard, but it is doable, and you can do it too. Now, we are working inside the Loan Officer AI CRM. If you are not an active customer, head to loanofficercrm.ai. So loanofficercrm.ai to get all of the details on the software. It's $297 a month. It includes Redder, which is the qualified agent data, which if you buy that retail, that's $199 a month. We include that in the system. We include the video marketing tool. We include all of the pre-done templates for you. So the emails, text messages, it's got a power dialer inside of it. So when you're on your daily success plan calls, or you're on Call Stars, you've got the power dialer actually dialing out to your contacts, and we've got tremendous world-class support behind the scenes for you. So that's the big heavy-duty sales pitch, and let's get in to build it with Chris. And Sean, if you could just pop into the chat the loanofficercrm.ai link for everybody. Now, front of the line this week, we have Jonathan Wells, and then after Jonathan, we have Amy Debusk, yes, from Breakfast Club this morning. I saw your shout out.
Debus.
So you are second in line. And then Todd, if we have room for Todd Claus, we're going to get to you third. But Todd, you're wicked smart. So chances are, as we dive into some of these other campaigns, you're probably going to get yours figured out. But if not, I got you. Okay, so is Jonathan here on the call?
Yes, sir.
All right, where's my man? Let me move you up here so that you and I are having a conversation. How you doing?
Good, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing fantastic.
Awesome.
So I know you're not a regular, but you've been here before, but welcome again. And I'm looking forward to building it with you.
Absolutely. Same here. So I know that there's like a lot we can do on the retargeting with like advertisements on Facebook and things like that. So I want to see, I don't know the first step in doing any of that between the CRM plus, my business page and everything else.
Got it. Okay. So that is, were you here last week?
I was not.
Okay, so the call recording from last week is perfect for you. So if you go to the Mortgage Marketing Animals website, log in, call recordings, the recording from last week's Build It with Chris is literally me in my Facebook account, going through, setting the whole thing up, and then setting it up inside Facebook. So that will give you the what buttons to press and go through the whole thing, just so that, because we have a number of people that show up every week. So I don't want to duplicate the class.
Sure.
That being said, let me give you the step-by-step of what steps you go through.
Okay.
So that you can go through the steps and see it while you're watching the video. So step number one is you go to your Facebook advertising account.
Right.
ads.facebook.com.
Mm-hmm.
Once you log in, you go to audiences. So audiences over on the left-hand side. So you're not building a campaign yet. You just go to audiences.
Right.
Create custom audience. And then you're going to upload whatever custom audience it is that you want to target.
Perfect. I think that's about as far as I've gotten.
Okay, cool. So that can be your past customer database if you're showing ads to just your past customers, or it can be your qualified agent list if you're running ads specifically to your qualified agents. Those are the two main lists that we want to do the retargeting on. So we go, upload the list, then you have an audience. Then you go to create campaign, and you're going to create a new Facebook advertising campaign. You want is engagement. So you want to build an engagement campaign. Once you select that, the audience is going to be the custom audience that you've already uploaded.
Okay.
Are going to be from the PDF document that we have inside.
Did anybody else just lose Chris?
Yes, he froze. And
Yeah, he's.
here we are.
I guess he was having some technical issues there.
I was like, just my luck. I'm waiting for this, and then yeah.
All right.
We'll give him a minute. Oh, he's
Yeah,
back.
no worries.
The AI tech guy has technical difficulties.
Do I ever? The whole purpose of building this script. Hold on here. We're going to have a little bit of noise in the background, but we will get better internet. And
Perfect.
That is too good of a picture. It's just,
that's
That's
AI.
for sure.
yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
Is
So
that
I lost you
Aragon
right
AI?
around- There we go. I lost
Yeah.
you right around the building an engagement campaign, and then select the custom audience. That's about where I lost you.
Okay, perfect. So next you just want the ads, and we actually have documents inside the membership with the ads in it. So past customers, remember, teach, tell, touch, sell.
When you
So
say
we want-
inside the you say inside MMA, right?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
those are inside the MMA membership.
Got it.
Okay. Now I'm not in the mortgage marketing animals. I just have the CRM. Am I still able to get that link for the recording of last week?
Yes. Yeah, I'll have the team send it over to you. So we have the
Okay,
wonderful
beautiful.
and talented Leah on the call with us today. She is one of our success coaches. So
Okay.
Leah, if you could reach out to Amy, get the recording from last week, as well as the ad template documents, and send those over to Jonathan so that he's got them.
And then
Awesome.
is there a way, I was listening to some kind of recording that you did that I got in my inbox a couple of days ago. And I think that when you import somebody into the LOAI CRM, you're able to click and like basically move them to a custom audience from the CRM as well, right?
Yes,
How is that also in the recording?
it is. Yes, 100%.
Perfect. Okay.
That's in the
Beautiful.
recording. Now, what I will do is I will share that with you here so that you
Sure.
can, because this is valuable for everybody, because this is a fundamental skill inside the CRM. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to automations. So what automations are engines basically where you can build if then engines. So if this happens, then do this. And the software can run all kinds of crazy, amazing automations after you've done something with a client. So I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to search for our database campaign, which is a 12-month database campaign. So inside your CRM, you will have our pre-done year-long database marketing campaign. It's called the AI Database Activator Campaign 12-month internal follow-up. So you click on that workflow, and it's going to take you into the workflow itself. This is where you edit all the text messages, the emails, all the messages that are automatically going to be sent out to the person that you have inside the workflow. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah, I'm actually having it up on my other screen here, following along.
Okay, cool. So up here we have add new trigger. So what you do is you choose, okay, how am I going to put people into this workflow? So anybody that gets this trigger or this action added to them, then this whole year-long workflow is going to trigger off. So when you click on add new trigger, you can put people in this campaign in all different ways. So for you, it would be, you could just add them to the campaign when you import them. Because when you import a list of contacts, right in the import, it'll say add to workflow. You choose the workflow, you can just drop them right in. But you can also go to add new trigger of a tag, put a contact tag on here, and say, okay, I'm going to create a tag added trigger. So when this tag is applied to a contact, they're going to be dropped into this workflow.
Right.
But you can add people into workflows for almost anything. So let's say you've got a list and you want to filter all your leads by which leads are interested in a refinance, which are interested in investing. You could send out email building your investment portfolio in real estate. If they click the link in the email, put them into a workflow that sends them a whole bunch of messages specific to investing in real estate. So there's all kinds of different ways that you can utilize this. So for this, we're just going to apply a tag. If we punch database in here, click add new tag, it will immediately create the new tag. And then anytime that tag is applied to a contact, it'll drop them into this workflow.
Right. So then is there a way, I guess, to show, create an automation that automatically puts that person into a custom audience in Facebook, or do I have to keep uploading those, basically updating that custom audience inside of Facebook from the people that I have in the CRM?
So let me show you that step here. So
okay,
we're adding people into this workflow by just importing them one time, or adding people to the workflow when you add them as contacts, or you can apply a trigger, you get them into the workflow. Then there's these little plus buttons that are in between each of these steps. So this is how you add steps to the workflow so you can build upon the template that we've already built for you inside the CRM. So I'm just going to click on that plus button inside the CRM. And so if this trigger action happens up here, this action is going to happen inside the workflow. I'm going to type in Facebook, Facebook add to custom audience.
Perfect.
And then it's going to say connect your location's Facebook account. So I'm going to click on connect. It's going to go through the authorization of connecting Facebook to the app that we have to use this. It's called Lead Connector. So you're going to go through, connect with Lead Connector. It's going to ask you for your username and password, put that in, hit connect. And then every time somebody's added to that workflow, it's going to be able to add them to that custom audience.
Beautiful. Okay. Thank you so much. That actually helps a lot because now I can start doing this on there.
Awesome. So, and at this stage, you can probably skip watching the recording from last week and go through the steps because you've gotten pretty far on your own. If you run into any problems, don't hesitate to reach out, post in the Facebook group. Happy to shoot looms or help you along the way through that process. So Awesome.
Perfect. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it.
my
Thank you.
pleasure. All right. Wow. Number one on Build It with Chris. We're 18 minutes in with janky internet. We are rolling today. That is amazing. Now I apologize. That's hard work. We're clicking buttons here. This is I always joke with my wife because in a previous life, I actually had to do manual labor when I was first starting in my career. So when I type on my keyboard, I'm like, look at this, honey. We don't have to dig ditches around here, and we get compensated really well for what we do in the mortgage industry, which is great. So a little bit of a sweat on. Let's get to number 2 on Build It with Chris. Amy,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm wonderful. Super excited.
Right on, right on. Okay, so what are you looking to build today? How can we help?
Well, I mean, I wanted to do what you were going to show everybody, the past clients, how to create an audience. I mean, I guess I don't know. You decide. So I already built a realtor audience in my Facebook,
Okay.
and I already have the marketing all set up and everything.
Awesome.
I just didn't feel confident enough to like execute because I wasn't sure that I was doing it correctly.
Okay.
So, I mean, we could do that, or you could do what you were saying you were going to do with like the past client, lookalike, or not lookalike, but audience.
Okay, Amy, this is awesome because the whole idea behind Build It with Chris is to get everybody to click the button, because clicking the button is the scariest part. Like you get everything built and you're like, you're hovering over top of it, and then you're like, maybe a coffee would help. I'm gonna go get a coffee, and then the phone rings and the button never got clicked because it's scary to click the button. I get that all of the time. We have the wonderful and talented Sachin with us on the call. Him and I are basically attached at the hip, building things together. Sometimes Sachin has to coach me on, Chris, it's okay, click the button. Don't worry, we've been through it twice. Everything's working. It's not going to break. Everything's going to be fine. So this is super valuable for everybody.
Okay, good.
Click the button. So are you comfortable sharing your screen with everybody on the call, or would you like me to just kind of walk you through it, sharing my screen?
Oh no, I can share my screen. Where do you want me in the CRM first, or do you want me in my Facebook page?
Have you gone through all the steps and built everything in Facebook?
Pretty close. Yes.
Let's review that first, and then we'll go into the CRM and we will click the button and launch. So everybody, we're about to see some magic here, and thank you for your patience, and just know it's okay to click the button. We're all here to click the button.
Okay. All right, I'm going to share my screen.
You know what the scariest button is, I think, in the software? Sorry, and
What?
I'm not going to take this down a big thing, but I think the scariest button is the call button on the power dialer. What do you think? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat if you think the power dialer button is the scariest button inside the CRM. Because man, when that thing kicks on and you start making those calls, it's that's a ton of fun. I love Chris Milker's response. That's the easiest button. Glenn says it used to be, but I love it now. That is amazing. Awesome. Okay. Sorry, Amy. So let's go. Okay, so you are going to go into your ads manager. So on the left-hand side, third link down, it says ads manager there on the left-hand side. So you're going to click on ads manager. A little bit higher up.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, perfect. Drew, I like the idea of the Pillsbury Doughboy as the button, and he giggles when you press it. That's not an easy feature to build, but I think that would work. Okay. So Amy, we are in your Facebook advertising campaign. That is awesome. So we have campaign events, lunch and learn, NAR rules mastermind. Is that the campaign that you built to target those past customers? Okay. So, all right. So we want to be able to see, did you build a campaign with ads to target your past customers?
I thought I did.
Hi, Amy. Sorry, click on the drop down on the top. Do you see ad account? Maybe you have another ad account. So click
right
on,
here?
yeah,
Yeah.
click on that.
Yeah,
And,
that's my ad account.
And then
select
click
your account on the right. Yeah.
Okay, that's a different ad account. That's for my webinars. But I had done, I had uploaded a lookalike group of my, I'd uploaded all my realtors from Redder. I'm just not sure where.
Do you know, so you don't know which account you uploaded it to?
I thought it was that one.
Okay.
Or did you just upload an audience and not build a campaign? Did you just upload an audience, like custom audience, a list?
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay.
So-
All right, cool. So this is great. We get to build it, Sachin and Amy. Okay, so we'll check because you've got 2 ad accounts. Throw me a curveball. I like it. And so we got to find which account has the audience in it. So that menu bar that's on the left-hand side, that's kind of small, just hover your mouse over that and it's going to pop out. You're going to click on audiences there. There we go.
There it is.
There we go. Okay, so grab a little sticky or a Post-it or a note on your computer, and you just want to write down the name of the ad account that you're using to run the ads.
Okay.
And that way you always know, hey, this is where I go to do my advertising to my qualified agents and my past customer database.
Got it.
Okay, awesome.
Now what?
All right. So now that we have the audience and we're in there, now we're actually going to build a campaign. So hover over that menu on the left-hand side again. Click the second button down that says campaigns. So you're going to click on campaigns. There's going to be a big green button up in the top left-hand corner that says create. So we're going to click on create. And then we are going to create an engagement campaign. So you're going to click on engagement and then you're going to hit continue.
So you would do engagement instead of awareness?
So you can use either or. All we're doing at this point is we're picking an algorithm.
Okay.
And so you're fairly active on Facebook.
Yes.
So I think that your past customers are likely to comment, like, and engage with the ads that you run out there. Our typical loan officer, which nobody here on this call is typical, right? But a typical loan officer that's going to see our information isn't really active on Facebook, right? They don't post on their business profile. They don't engage people. And so for that one, we would run awareness ads because we want the algorithm just to kind of show it almost like a billboard ad, not get the likes and the comments and the engagement because they might not see it, they might not engage on it, and that's not a great brand experience. But because you're active on social and you will get business from that engagement, most likely, no income claims, but I would choose engagement for you because you're likely to get engagement from your past customers because you're active on social media.
So that would be for the past customer campaign. But for the realtor campaign, for realtors that I don't know that I'm, calling on, would that be an awareness campaign?
So I still think engagement because it's
Okay.
a great place for you to have those conversations with the realtors, and the algorithm will target the real estate agents that are more likely to have a conversation with you or leave an engagement on your campaign. But just because you've got the question, you can click that back button
Oh,
That's okay. No, wait. Hit close. There you go. Click on the folder up at the top. So you're in new engagement campaign. So click, see how you've got a third
Yep.
campaign in there now?
yep.
New engagement campaign, click edit. And then on that menu, you're going to go up to the top. See the folder, and then it says folder new engagement campaign on the left-hand side. Yeah, going up. There you go. Okay. So for everybody, if you're new to Facebook ads, there's a campaign where you pick the algorithm. There's an ad set where you choose the targeting of the people that are going to see the ads. And then you have the ads that are shown to the people that you're targeting. So Facebook ads are broken into 3 layers, and you have different settings for each layer. So at that campaign level, we're just going to change our settings. So if you click on new engagement campaign up there at the top, there you go. And then scroll down, see where it says campaign details buying type. So when we were setting that up, you chose engagement.
Yes.
Click that button and change it to awareness. The one at the very top with them, yeah, and continue. Perfect. So even though we set everything up using the interface that Facebook walks us through, you can go back and change these settings at any time, and that's how you do that. So we've now changed this to an awareness campaign, and I'm going to get you to scroll down here. And we don't want to A/B test, and we don't want the Advantage campaign budget. So you're going to click next in the bottom right-hand corner. And that's going to take us from the campaign level down to the ad set level. So now we've picked the algorithm of, hey, we're just going to basically show ads to these people. And now we're going to choose who we're going to target with the advertisements. So in that ad set name section there, where it says new engagement ad set, double click on that. You don't want to do create template, so cancel out of there. Where it says new engagement ad set, double click on that and just put qualified agents. And then the date. The kids are on break from school, and I just caught my son stealing my t-shirt. Okay, so qualified agent list, October 25th, 2024. We're going to maximize the reach of our ads. That's perfect. The Facebook page, you're using your Facebook business page. So when people see these ads, it's going to be under your Facebook page. Cost per result goal, we're going to leave that blank because we've already told it. We're just going to maximize the reach of the ads based on the budget. We're going to go with a very small budget. Scroll on down. We want dynamic creative to be turned off. So that's okay. And then your budget and schedule, we got a daily budget of $5, which is $150 a month. You can take that and try and get it down to $3.50 if you want. I have got some campaigns to run at $3.50. Some you've got to bump it up to $5, but you can give that a shot. And then the schedule. Now, this is interesting because you can turn it on and turn it off at certain dates. We just let ours run because we always want to be advertising to these qualified agents. So no end date. And then budget scheduling. You can increase your budget during specific days or times. So if you click that button that says schedule budget increases, and then scroll down.
Oh, okay.
You can set it to go up during certain times of the day. So if you want your ads to run more between the time periods of 9 to 5, you can set that in there. I never mess with it. I just let the algorithm do it because the algorithm is picking when it can show the ads, right? So you can just scroll past there. Then audience controls. So this is where we're getting into our custom audience. So the location, see underneath audience controls, and then it says use saved audience down there at the bottom there. Click on there. Give it a second to load. Amy, do you remember what you named the audience? Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so you're gonna click that. Yep,
Just
you're gonna
click
click
that.
on that. Yep. Voila. Okay, so scroll down again a little bit.
I was worried that I didn't set up the Excel spreadsheet correctly. I mean, I think I followed your guidance on that.
So if it didn't have the contacts in there and it wasn't able to start matching people, you would get an error at this point.
Oh,
And it would
okay.
say audience is empty. And so we know that you did it right because there are contacts in there. Everything seems to be okay. So you're good to go. And then we're going to leave all of the other features just as they are. Under the placements, we're using Advantage Plus placements. And for everybody here on the call, what that means is your ads, by just having them in this one place, they're going to show up on Facebook and all of the opportunities that exist on Facebook. So Facebook newsfeed, which is what everybody thinks about. But then there's also those little banner ads on the left-hand side of Facebook when you're on desktop. Then there's mobile, there's news feeds, there's apps, there's Messenger, there's all of these placement options inside Facebook. Then there's Instagram. So you get the Instagram news feed, you get Instagram chat, you get Instagram all reels, you get all of those placements included. And then it's also giving you access to Facebook's ad network. So when people are playing games or they're going to certain news websites or like really high profile websites that show banner ads using Facebook's code, your ad will follow people around the internet and show up as a banner ad on different websites that they use and applications.
Wow.
Yeah. So kind of a brief aside, but this talks to the power of the reach of running these campaigns at $5 a day. So when my wife and I started dating many years ago, when this stuff had first came out, I had basically, if anybody went to my website, they were going to go into this Advantage Plus placement and start seeing our ads. Well, my mother-in-law had been to the website and like, hey, who is this guy? You know, is he a good fit for my daughter? That sort of thing. But she's also, and yeah, I got creeped on the internet and everything turned out okay. But she is also an avid Candy Crush player. Well, the banner ads inside Candy Crush were served at that time through the Facebook ad interface. So she was playing Candy Crush and my face popped up in her Candy Crush app. So we were sitting there at like Thanksgiving dinner or something. We were having one of our big family dinners. We eat dinner together once a week. So at one of the dinners, she was like, how exactly did you get your face to pop up in my Candy Crush? But think about a qualified agent that's getting your phone calls and then getting your follow-up, and it's happening once a week, and then all of a sudden they have that, whoa, that's really cool. How did Amy do that? You're that much more likely to get them to pick up the phone when you're making your calls. They're that much likely to respond back to the email. And then it also makes it so that it's not that cold call where it's like, what do you want? I get asked for coffee every Monday. It's like, Amy, hey, thanks so much for calling. Hey, look, how'd you do that? Because my real estate business would really benefit from something like that. And then it gives you something to talk about, right? So
Right.
that's
Chris,
how powerful.
Chris, can I ask you a question? So what if I wanted to upload more realtors after I set this ad campaign? Could I do that?
Yes. And by the time we're done here, all you'll have to do is add them to the workflow inside the CRM,
Oh,
and they will automatically
Okay.
be pushed into
Okay.
that audience. So this
That's
is
so
literally
badass.
something you'll set it up inside Facebook once, and then you never even really need to go back except to update the advertisements as you come up with new ideas for ad copy and stuff you want your realtors to see.
Okay.
So Chris, just
Yes.
real quick on this. I remember when we talked last week, you were going through this and the amount of pay of 350 versus 5 or whatever amount. Every time you upload, say you start at 1,000 and you get it every month, another 300. As it's going, it's just shortening the amount of times that it's seen based on the amount that's paid. Is that correct?
That's right. So Facebook will always try and serve as many of your advertisements as it can with the budget that it has allotted. So as your audience gets bigger, they'll still see your advertisements, but they might see them less often because more people are seeing them.
So when you're like setting this up at 350, obviously versus 5, that's just the repetitiveness within a day, say from 2 to 4 times a day based on the amount of number you have in there right now.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep. And Glenn, when you're running your ad campaigns, the data that you can get on the back end of these things is absolutely amazing. And the metric that you're looking for is called frequency. And frequency is the average number of times that somebody sees your ad every 30 days. And you want that number to be like less than 9. 7 is the sweet spot. 2 to 3 means that you could increase your budget if you really wanted to, but it's still more than enough.
Okay, so
And,
you're going to be looking for that statistic somewhere, right? To see where that is, because that's where you're going to decide if I need to increase from 350 to 5 to raise that number from 2 or 3 to 7. Okay.
Chris, can we,
Yeah.
kind of related to that, can we ask a couple of questions here? On Amy's screen, it's saying, and I guess that's at 350 is where she's at. It's saying you're going to reach 33 to 97 people. So,
every day.
so let's say 60 for average.
Yep.
Can we look and see how many she put into that audience? I'm just making up a number. Let's say she put in 800 and it hashed 600. And if this was average of 60, it's hitting about 10% of the audience a day, right?
Yep.
I have 97 people in there.
97.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Sorry.
it's a small group. Okay.
Yeah.
But
So what
it typically hashes something like 60% or something, Chris, is that right?
yeah, that's right.
So like if we've downloaded 300, we got 900, and 60% would be 450 or somewhere in there, 420. Okay.
So I'm curious, Amy, why you only have 97 if you get 300 in a month? Are you picking and choosing who you want to go after?
No, I wasn't aware. So last week, Chris told us that you can have as many people uploaded as you want, and it still costs the same amount of money. I thought that it cost more money to do the marketing on Facebook, so I didn't upload anymore. And I kind of lost my luster for it because I wasn't sure if I was doing it correctly, and so I saw a squirrel and got onto something else. But yeah.
And a coffee, yeah.
But no, but what's cool is that it doesn't cost any more to you can have 1,000 people in this custom audience and still spend the same amount of money and reach the same amount of people, correct, Chris?
Yeah, that is correct. Yep.
And then with the CRM, I never have to do this again. Now I don't even have to upload a new audience. I'll just be able to, it'll be in my workflow, so it'll automatically go up.
Yep. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Just
Chris,
based on frequency, yeah.
Hey, Chris, when you see them start reaching 7, 8, 9 on your frequency level, then you just swap some of the ads out, replace them with some updated ads.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. So you just roll the ads over. So you're still getting that great brand awareness and you're just refreshing the message that you're
So in
putting out.
theory, that 7 is on a monthly basis. So in theory, you'd be updating your ads about once a month then. In theory.
Yes, yeah, ideally, but again, you know, I know guys that are targeting their past customer database with ads that they started 2 years ago and they haven't gone in and they haven't updated it. It's not best practice, but they're still getting phone calls because people just remember you.
New people in there and all. And
Yeah.
do you, in best practice, would you replace all of your ads? Like, and you have like 4 ads or something, right? That typical? Would
So
you
you
replace
can
all
have,
4 or would you replace 1 a week or something like that?
so I will typically leave the stories of success. So the testimonials that you're doing, I just leave the testimonials and let them run. If they're seeing, you know, the same testimonial multiple times, I think that's great. Where I change the ads out is the content. So that leadership content that you're putting out there, the education that you're putting out there, I make that so that it is relevant to what's happening in the market. So you want it to be, you want to be a thought leader. So you want to be current, you want to be talking about what's happening in the market.
Okay. So 1 or 2 of your 4 ads you're updating and the other you're leaving constant.
That's
I
right.
haven't even looked at the ads. Are they in MMA or honestly, I haven't looked.
So we have a document. One is ad samples for your past customer database, and we have another document for ads for your realtors to give you like a rough idea of that. And those are available inside the membership platform for the CRM. And I believe I saw our Amy pop in here. Amy, we've got to make sure that those are sent over so that we can put them inside the Mortgage Marketing Animals website. But we also need to make sure that we've got a link inside the CRM where everybody can get those.
Yes.
Yeah, where's it located in the CRM right now?
So there is a training program on the left-hand side.
Sure.
And then I believe the retargeting ads might be week 7 or week 8 of that training, but it'll say retargeting.
I'm looking right now. I don't see the training as a. Let's see.
It'll be, well, let me get Amy taken care of.
Sure. No, that's, you're good, buddy.
Okay, sweet.
I agree.
Awesome. And then Amy, just Glenn and Jimmy, and really everybody on the call, if you can just go grab those documents and let's drop them into the chat here if we can get them out of the membership site, but let's make sure everybody on the call has access to them. Those were originally Canva documents. Okay, so Amy, so you click the next button on the audience and now you're at the ads. So now you're creating the ads, right?
Yeah, and I have my ad all ready to go. And when I hit add media, it wouldn't populate.
Okay, cool. Totally normal. So underneath ad name where it says new engagement ad, of the different styles of ads, what type of ad is this one going to be? Is it going to be a testimonial, just general branding?
It's going to be an marketing a product marketing. So just a post.
What type of product?
Self-employment loans.
Okay, cool. So ad name, self-employment loans. So when you're looking at your stats, you're going to be able to tell which ad this is. So without even going in and looking at the image or looking at the copy, because you've named the name what it is, you'll be able to see the performance for this particular type of ad.
Okay.
Partnership ad stays off. Identity, that's all good. Instagram account, you've got that all hooked up. That's good to go. So we can scroll down to ad setup and see where it says create ad there. Perfect. Okay. So the creative that you're going to put on the advertisement, is it just an image?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So single image or video is perfect.
Hey, Chris, is it more expensive to do a video?
No. Typically, you see a higher click-through rate on images on Facebook, like almost every single time.
Okay.
But video, they get to hear your voice, they get to see your face, they get to see your expression. I believe that there's a greater impact with video marketing than there is just a static image. And you've got a great setup there. You're fantastic on video. You're all set up. Absolutely 100%. You should be doing video ads,
Okay.
introducing yourself and, making that using the scripts inside MMA. And you're saying the scripts like, hey, I work with top producers in the local marketplace, and make it so that it becomes attractive to that top 20% of the market, those top producers, in the branding and the messaging that you put out there.
Would you do something for like MoveTube and like marketing MoveTube as well?
100%.
Okay.
The way that I've done it in the past is I took each of so we basically have 7 offers that we give to top producing real estate agents. So there is the, I like you, I'm a student of success coffee appointment offer, but there's MoveTube. There's the, I have an AI assistant that will work your leads and turn them into pre-approvals for free. I give those back to you for free. There's the, I'll work your database for you. There's the, I'm looking for podcast guests to join my podcast that are leaders in the real estate industry. So I would shoot a nice looking video for each of the offers. And then the offers are just rotating in their news feed with the headline of exactly what the offer is, but you on video with your name, and they see the business page, they see the name, they see the great looking videos. And even if they're scrolling past it, they're like, oh, there's that Amy again. Interesting. There's that Amy again. And then the phone rings and it's wet ice on wet ice. It's about getting to the point where we can never make a cold call. Those videos, I think, would be a brilliant way for you to make it so that list of those perfect prospects are exactly what you're looking for.
Okay. I love it.
Is that the same thing, the same topics that are in the AI, the realtor explosion, the 6
Yes.
or whatever? Okay.
Yep, the exact same 7 offers that are in the follow-up campaign are the exact 6 or 7 offers that I would shoot the videos on and put out there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was lucky enough one time. There's a gentleman out there. His name is Dan Kennedy, and I followed Dan from like the very first. When I got into the mortgage business, my dad put me on the Rate Sheets and Donuts circuit and bought me a ticket to a Dan Kennedy conference. And I got way more value out of the Dan Kennedy conference than I did the Rate Sheets and Donuts circuit. I can tell you that. But Dan Kennedy, I went to the event and I was the first guy to show up in the morning. It was like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. I was so jacked because it was like my first ever like marketing event that I had ever been to. And I was there and there was nobody there. They were still like setting up the coffee and the croissants and stuff like that. And so I just walked into the room and Dan Kennedy was standing there. He was the only other guy in the room. And so I just walked up to him and I was like, oh, hey man, where are you from? And he's like, I'm Dan Kennedy. I'm the guy. And I was like, oh, sweet, dude. So we had this like really nice conversation. And he said something to me that stuck with me my whole career in that conversation. And he said, kid, you're not trying to become famous. Like, you want to be able to walk through an airport with nobody bothering you, but you do not want to be able to walk through an industry conference without everybody mobbing you. And that really stuck with me. It's like, you're not trying to be famous to everybody, but for the people that you're looking to do business with, you should be the celebrity.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing with these ads. We're making it so that you're the local celebrity in your market. And we're just leveraging Facebook and Instagram as a platform to build your brand.
Like that, you're the mayor of your town.
That's right. That's right, Jimmy. We are the mayor of the town. Okay, so what you want to do, so click cancel out of there. And we'll
Sorry.
real quick. So no, you are all good. I do the exact same thing. Okay. So ad setup, you want to change that from use existing post, unless, do you already have a post on Facebook that you're looking to promote, or let's do a new ad.
Okay.
Do you already have a post that you want to use?
Yeah, I posted it. I posted it on my feed a while.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. So click on where it says create ad
Hmm.
in that drop down there. You got it. Use existing post. Awesome. Select post. And then there is a search up at the bottom, filter by all posts. And then just like any text that you have inside that post, if you type in, you should be able to find it by the content that's in there.
I think it's
Is
it's
that-
this it's this one.
Okay.
Well, this one's the first time home buyer one. Oh, here it is. This is the self-employed one right here.
Perfect. Okay. So click on that. Hit continue.
So Chris, I had two of them. So we were gonna do two different posts to see which one did better, but that's okay. We can just do one.
Okay. It's easy to set up a split test, but you have to publish the first ad first and then set the split test up.
Awesome. Got it.
So see where it says button added to your post? There's a change button that says under call to action, send WhatsApp message change. So we
Okay,
want to keep the button, but hit change above there. So go up, hit change. There you go. Awesome. Call to action. There's that drop down menu underneath there. Send WhatsApp message. And then
that is my call. You want that on call to you want that on send WhatsApp message?
well, I don't think that you have WhatsApp connected to your Facebook account.
I don't.
So what you want to do is contact us. Voila. And then website URL. So you can send them to your contact us page. But before you do that, click on contact us again. Scroll down. There should be a call now button. Scroll all the way to the bottom.
I saw it. Book now, contact us, apply now.
Do you use Facebook Messenger?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, go down to send message, click that, and hit update post. Perfect. So now if they click send message, it will open up Facebook Messenger in a messenger conversation with you, and it'll have a pre-populated message for them, and they just hit send, and that'll be sent out to you. So that's a great way to engage these realtors in conversations inside a Facebook Messenger conversation.
Hey, Chris, to show that call now, because if you're asking, that means that sometimes it's there. Maybe we have to connect our phone numbers to the page.
Yes, but Facebook is constantly adding and removing features all of the time. So it may just not be a thing anymore. And I know that they are really driving to DMs. And a DM conversation is phenomenal because, you know, our ultimate goal is to get them on a phone call, but you get that DM conversation. Hey, great to chat with you. Do you have a minute? And then you call them and you move them from the DM to the phone conversation.
Okay.
Okay.
Will
So
that,
now, Amy,
Chris, will that DM conversation show up in the AI CRM?
yes, it will.
Okay.
Yep. So that'll be in the conversation thread with that contact. And if they're not a contact in the CRM, it will pull in the information that's listed on the Facebook profile as first name, last name. So you'll have basic name and name. You have the basic name and the conversation that you've had with that person and their Facebook. There we go. We got through that. Thanks, Chris. And thanks for giving me an easy question this week. Awesome. Okay, so start conversation. So scroll down there, Amy. Now, see how it says greeting. Hi, Amy. Please let us know how we can help you. Is there anyone available to chat? Can I learn more about your business? We want to edit that because when somebody hits the send message button, that's going to pre-populate and see how it pre-populates inside the chat so that they can like tap something to have a conversation with you. So where it says, please let us know how we can help you, it's like, hi, and then their first name. It's, I would put in there, it's great to connect. Awesome. And then underneath that, see the include phone number? You're going to toggle that on so they can call you directly from the conversation. And then you're going to put country code
Bingo.
1 and then your phone number on there.
Bingo. Okay. That's where we can put the phone number.
There you go. Always change it. Sneaky Facebook. And then frequently asked questions. So those pre-populated questions that are those 3 bubbles on the right-hand side, this is where you edit them under question number 1. So question number 1, are you looking to get more referrals in your real estate business?
And Chris, just to confirm, this meeting, this Zoom is being recorded, right? We're gonna have access to it later.
Yep, absolutely. And then no automated response, because you're going to get the notification of this conversation and you're going to respond back to the person, or the AI inside the CRM is going to write the response for you. So don't worry about that. Question number 2. Do you have questions about a specific loan product?
Wait, Amy, I think you wrote no automated response. Do we have to write that there, Chris? Or is
Oh,
it just
no,
a matter
you-
of leaving it blank?
Delete that all the way out. Sorry, I missed that.
Okay.
Hero, blonde moment.
There you go. I was like, wait.
Do you?
Hey, I'm a brunette. Come on.
Oh, because I saw you writing no automated response. Like, I'm not sure that, because that would show up there.
Do you have questions I can help you with about a specific loan product? Questions I can help you with?
And also it shows first-time home buyer at the top there. Is that what you wanted for this campaign?
That is the name of my Facebook page, my
Oh,
business
okay.
page.
Okay, just checking that.
Nice, Denise. That's awesome. Thank you for chiming in. And then question number 3. So we've done the referrals. We can grow your business. Questions about a loan product. And then the question number 3, like, let's chat! Exclamation point. Awesome. And again, you can change that to be whatever it is that you want. And then scroll on down, and you can add more questions in there if you want to give people more options. Follow-up message. You don't want to do that because the CRM is automatically going to follow up on these people for you. And then you want to save that as a template and click save. Voila. You just built yourself a Facebook DM lead capture form. So
Oh, cool.
advanced Facebook marketing stuff. Okay, so now in the bottom right-hand corner, click publish.
Don't be afraid of hitting that button.
I am. It was scary. I needed Chris with me.
We did it. We clicked the button. Yes.
So
Okay.
to go in how so let's say I want to add a video. Like I want to have this going and I want to have a video going. How would I do that?
Okay. So click the X in that middle gray thing. We're going to shut this down because I want everybody to see how to do this if you're logging into the account and you're not already in the workflow, right?
What do you want me to do?
There's that gray line on the screen, kind of on the left-hand side with the pencil on it. Yeah, go all the way up to the top and hit the X.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Okay. Hit the X again. Yes. Okay. So when you log into Facebook, this is what the screen is going to look like. You remember we talked about the 3 layers of Facebook: campaigns, ad sets, and ads. So now they're laid out left to right. So you're going to go to the campaign tab that we have here at the top. Not in that menu. So go out of there. So see the green create button up right above that. It says campaigns. Click on there. Then beside there, there's a tab that says ad sets. And then beside the ad sets tab, there's a tab that says ads. That's how you navigate through the layers that we just set up inside Facebook ads. So you always go to the campaign tab on the left-hand side. So you make sure you're at the very top of what's inside your account. And now we're going to click the campaign that we created. So this is going to be your new engagement campaign. So you're going to click on the name.
Right.
Yeah, click on the blue part. Now see how it changed us from the campaigns tab to now the ad sets tab?
Got it.
Right? So now if we want to edit the targeting and when we want to add different targeting options or different audiences that we want to target, this is where we would edit it. But we want to add an ad. So now we need to go another layer deeper. So you're going to click on qualified agents, October 25th, 2024. So you're going to click on there and see how it just moved us now into the third tab over.
Ooh, okay.
So now we're only going to run an ad. Any ad that we create inside this screen is only going to show to that audience in that campaign. So we can have 100 campaigns with 100 different audiences, but you can run one ad to one audience. Does that make sense?
So I have to create a whole new ad for the same audience.
Correct.
Okay.
So now let me show you a hack that will save you a ton of time. See those three little dots in where it says self-employment loans? See those three little dots there? Yeah, click on that. No, okay. So, sorry. Make sure you've got the check mark box on the left-hand side. So it's checked. And then in the menu up at the top, see where it says duplicate? Click that duplicate button. And then you want to go to new A/B test. At the very bottom, the fourth option that you've got. There you go, new A/B test. Continue to test setup. And now this is where you can put in, like, you can put a video and it will split test the video against the image. Or you can rewrite the copy that's in the post and test just new copy. So you can keep the image the same, but change the Facebook post, and Facebook will rotate those two options of it. So you can see which one gets more engagement, gets more clicks, gets more views, right? So you can A/B test certain aspects of each advertisement. Does that make sense?
Very cool.
Right. Now, that would be just for this first-time homebuyer ad. So you would do a specific image for just a first-time homebuyer ad. So these would be just first-time homebuyers. But then you can also create a totally different ad and rotate it to the same audience. So we know we've got qualified agents in here. So we can show a different hook to the qualified agent. I know that got a little bit complicated there, but a split test would be just for the ad that you've already created. Are you with me there?
Yes.
Okay. So now click out of there. So click the X box up at the top. Okay. And then hit duplicate again. And now we're going to go to existing campaign. And then new engagement campaign is the one that we want. Okay. And now select duplicate, or sorry, scroll down. And existing ad set. So now we're going to duplicate this ad in this ad set. And you're going to click duplicate. And away we go. Okay, so now you would redo this ad totally. because it's going to rotate this against the other ad. So your other ad was a first-time homebuyer program. This one can be MoveTube. So you could create a different post, different offer.
Do you recommend doing a rotation or do you recommend doing the A/B split?
I like the rotation. I like
Okay.
different ads, but if I have an ad that's underperforming, then I'll go in and I'll run a split test, or I'll rewrite the ad copy based on the results that we want. But these images and the way that you're approaching your advertising already, you've got it. You just need a little bit more. So I would get, 5 or 6 different offers that you're giving out to the real estate agents. And then once you have those inside Facebook, the more qualified agents you add inside the CRM to that workflow, they're all just going to start seeing your ads.
How do you know if it's underperforming?
So the impressions. So if you're not getting the impressions in front of the audience, and you're not getting, at least 7, and a 7, that shows you there's some type of delivery problem with the ads, or Facebook doesn't like your ads, so they won't show them. And then you do want to see some type of engagement metrics as far as, so it gives you a CTR all number. So CTR all, if that CTR all number is less than 1.5%, your copy isn't engaging the audience. Because even if they click on the ad and just view the full thing, or they click to view and read the whole copy, it counts as a click on the ad. So if less than 1.5% of people seeing them are actually engaging in them, it's time to refresh your ads, or your copy isn't working.
And real quick, running all 4 of these ads is the same of your $5 a day spend. It's not additional.
That's right. All your Facebook will just rotate all of the ads using the $5 campaign budget. So the campaign will never spend more than $5, and you can have multiple ad sets, tons of different ads. It's just, if you put too much in the campaign, it's just some of them won't run and Facebook won't use them.
This is where we should add the 7 offers, basically. So hypothetically, we should have 7 videos, because you said videos are better. So 7 videos here for each offer, put them all under the same campaign, and then it will rotate the 7.
That's right. Yeah. And if 7 feels overwhelming, just start with 1. Get 1 out there. 1 is better than none. Then 2, then 3, do 1 a week, so that it's not overwhelming, and you will get there. So,
where's
Amy,
the code that I put in the workflow so that it automates it?
Oh, okay. So that's inside the CRM. And so do you have your CRM open?
I can get it open in 2 seconds.
Awesome. And do you have your Facebook account already connected to your loan officer CRM?
Yes, I do.
Okay. We'll run through this really quick, and then I apologize. We got to go. I am getting the evil eyes here in the best way possible, but we are 11 minutes over, and we got another class running. And so I don't want to step on toes on the other class that we have running. So we'll wrap up with this, but Todd, I got you, brother. I'll make sure that you get the support.
Hey, the recording, you want to email the recording to us, or we have to find it somewhere in the CRM?
So
I can answer in the chat.
Okay, yeah, I don't think it gets emailed out. I think you have to log into the members portal in order to get access to the recording, because this is an open call for everybody. The recordings are only available to members of either the CRM or Mortgage Marketing Animals.
Will that be up before Monday?
Probably not, because we're going late on time,
Okay.
and the rendering and all that stuff.
Do you want to have my coach show me this, Chris?
Nah, go real quick, Amy, if we run into problems, but hit automation on the left-hand side. We got you. I want you to get as much value out of these calls. And I'm speaking to everybody here on the call. We've still got 40 people here. So, everybody wants to know, and I appreciate y'all being here. And if you're not a member, oh my goodness, at this point,
you need to be a member and get the loan officer CRM.
There you go.
I'm the poster child.
So click on the workflow that you have for those qualified agents.
Where this is it. I think this is it. The
That's it.
realtor,
Yep.
right?
Yep, that's it.
Oh, it's not even running.
That's okay. Oh, you're gonna get to click 2 buttons. You're gonna get to click 2 buttons on
I love
today's
it.
call, Amy. Right on.
Oh no, it's my Wi-Fi is really slow. It might not be able to do it.
Oh,
Oh,
don't worry. it'll
here
get
we
there.
go. Here we go.
Okay, so click and grab the screen and pull it to the right-hand side. No, sorry, like on the yeah, there you go. Okay. Now click the plus button above assign to user. So in between, yeah, right there. Yep. Great job. It is incredibly difficult to move somebody else's mouse with words. It's but Amy, you are doing amazing. Okay. So okay, so we don't want to be actually in the action. So I'll get you to cancel out of there.
Hey, Chris, wouldn't we want to
Yes.
just add him from agent V1 data?
No, because there may be different agents for different markets, and there may be different agents for different types of business. And so we want it to be campaign specific to the offers that are going out to the agents.
Okay. And then would you trigger that on a call?
I just add them as the first thing at the top because I always want them to go into the campaign no matter what. Because if we wait until the call triggers, the call has to be made in order for them to go into the retargeting. And we kind of want the retargeting to be first so that they may see advertisements before we even start making the power dialer calls.
Okay.
Yep. But great thinking. Okay, so now Amy, on that menu on the left-hand side, scroll up to the top, type Facebook. And for Mark, to get inside, you've got 30 days risk-free. So, you know, at the end of 30 days, if you're not happy, we'll give you 100% of your money back. So it's just as fast to go to loanofficercrm.ai and then just reach out to Lucas and just be like, hey, man, I'm in. And we'll make sure that he gets credited with the sale and everything. But that's probably the fastest path for you, like the easiest thing for you.
Thank you, Chris.
Hey, my pleasure. We're looking forward to having you on the inside. Okay, Amy, click on Facebook account ID, that drop down. So click on that. And then, oh, what did we write on our Post-it note? Which one was
That's
it?
the one. That's the one.
All right, cool. Post-its to the rescue. All right, then click on Facebook customer audience ID. And then copy of California qualified agents.
Oh, it automatically populates?
And then hit save action.
Wow.
All right. And next time I'm going to have our podcast soundboard up and going because we need drum rolls on this call. We need some drum rolls on this call. And then you're going to switch it from draft to publish.
My computer's like having
It's not used to working this hard. Build it with Chris is tough on the computers. I'm just kidding. So draft to publish, and then you're going to click save.
right.
Now, because we are over time, we're going to have to stop there. But Amy, everybody that you've already added to this workflow, are those the same contacts that you originally uploaded to Facebook?
Yes.
Okay, so you're good to go. All I want all the other members to understand is that because you had already added the contacts to the workflow and now we added the Facebook custom audience, anybody that's already in the workflow isn't going to get added to the audience. So you've got to add them manually. And you can do that just by tagging them and putting a thing on them. But if you've already got that, that's good to go. Otherwise, I'd have the team do it for you in the background. We would take care of that for you.
Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. This
It's
was
my pleasure.
awesome.
And I cannot wait to see everybody back here on Build It with Chris. So Todd, you are front of the line, but we'll have you taken care of before next week's class. The team will reach out, and I know you're with the team all the time, so they'll make sure they get you taken care of. And then next week what we're going to start off with, I'm going to take you into my Facebook ads dashboard and show you how to look at your statistics. Now that we have a whole bunch of people running ads, how do you look at them? How do you tell whether or not they're actually performing? So we'll look at the dashboard. I'll walk you through that, and then we'll build another campaign next week. So happy Friday, everybody. Thank you for being here on Build It with Chris. Enjoy your weekend and working on your business. Amy, thank you so much for being willing to share your screen and go through the process. I know what it's like in the hot seat. You did absolutely amazing. Let's give it up for Amy this week. Thank you so much. And thank you all for being here.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate you.